Hello everyone. Myself Syed Moinuddin, and today it's an English info session. Unfortunately, Miss Parul is not feeling well, and she's apologized for that. So, on behalf of her, I'll be taking the English info session. So, kindly bear bit patience with me. It will take hardly 45 minutes to 1 hour maximum. I'll try to explain as much as in detail. So if not, I'll explain it little brief so that you can later on you can watch. If not, you can go back to your office and you can have a in detail news and updates. So let's welcome 21st July 2023. Today is Friday evening 9:30 p.m. India. So this is a beautiful journey what we're going to have now, along with knowing the futuristic transportation and how we can contribute to it and how we can bring this technology into India. So that's what our motive and that is what we are aiming for. So let's start and let's begin. Welcome to India Skyward Community Info Session. Myself, Syed Mainuddin, as I've explained, I'm a speaker at SWC India since couple of years. So this is a little bit brief about me. So I was very much interested in Unitsky String Technology project a couple of years back when I was just going through one of the social media platform, which is Facebook. So I just came across a very short video, then it really caught my eyes. So since I like to travel, explore, and I'm very much curious to know the new things and the new projects, and especially interested in the technology, basically the modern technology things. So that's how I came to know about this technology. All I need is we in India really required a new transportation, and especially the futuristic transportation and the technology. So that's what I'm aiming. At the same time, I'm inviting all my sisters and brothers of India to join hand in hand to bring this technology in India. So let's deep down a little bit further about my personal life, how how it is helping me, what I have contributed to this technology, so etc. So it took me a while, as I've already discussed in the previous slide. So as soon as I came to know about the Unitsky String technology, I couldn't sleep properly for a few months. Then I started investigating and researching about this technology, how this is going to help me or my future progeny, and in a wide manner, how it is going to affect the environment and the beautiful earth what we live on. So then slowly and gradually I started learning. Then I came to know there is a partner program option also. So I enrolled it to partner program. I became a co-owner. Then I contributed as much as possible. Then I became one of the partner of this technology and the project. So finally, I'm sitting right in front of you guys. Thanks to you, Unitsky String Technology. So let me introduce, this is one of the beautiful and unique opportunity and the golden opportunity to all of you, because it doesn't come every day. It comes once in a blue moon. At present, I'm quite proud and honored to be an active team member of this partner program group. This group is led by Miss Kat Jacob. She's a curator and responsible for India. Whatever the activities happens here, so she has each and every update. So, friends, kindly listen to me very carefully. This is a very serious technology in the future, one of the golden opportunity. Let's not skip or let's not just go away with this technology, because such technology or the such projects comes in a once in a blue moon, as I've already described. So let's not waste the time. Give little bit more deep interest and know about this technology and start thinking how in the best manner you can contribute to this technology. And kindly do not mistake me as my sales technique. So now let's know who is SWC company. SW company is a two board members company. The first one is Mr. Evgeny Kudyashev. He is a financial director and the board member. And the second, Mr. Alexei Sukyodev. Even he is also a board member, engineer, and general director. So now let's know about what is Skyward Community and how it operates. Skyward Community is actually a crowdfunding platform through which anyone can contribute in the development of the Unitsky String Technology or the innovative transport, or you can say it as a futuristic transport. In this one, there are three benefits for the co-owners, participants, partners, or the contributors. In this one, the first term, actually, whatever you contribute, that turns into convertible loan agreement. The second option, you will become a SWC partner and actively supported development of international technology startup company. The third one, you can become a contributor and the partner. So now let's discuss about the products of the Unitsky String Technology Company. USky is innovative transport that moves above the ground with the high string rails. There is actually absolutely no traffic jam. The track is actually above the structure. The track structure is above the ground. There is absolutely no pollution, which means a kind of a zero, because these vehicles runs with the help of electricity and definitely environmental friendly fuels. Along with it, the modern technology has been implemented very nicely, very beautifully, which is artificial intelligence. And the transport, as I said, no pollution, it's atmosphere friendly. Along with that, there are no borders, which means these vehicles can travel within the country and country to country. So that's how beautiful this technology and the vehicles have been built nicely. The best part of this technology, USky can be built on any terrain in any climate, which means we have no obligations at all, like water, sand, forest, or hilly area, mountainous, anything. All we need is just a small space to put our anchors, then connect the high strength string rails. So now let's discuss the transport facility what we have currently, how beneficial it is. You can see in the first image, the roads have been built so beautifully and so nicely, but because of the sandstorms, the roads have been covered with the sand, and it will take a lot of time consuming work to remove the sand, and by the time the prices will go sky high and the things will not reach to us on time and with the less pricing. The second picture you can see is the torrential rains and the flooding. Even in the flooding and the heavy rains, because due to heavy rains, the bridges will get break and it damages. Because of that, also the transport system doesn't reach to the destination on time and with a less price. The picture also you can see the third option. Because of the heavy snowfall, the truck, train, bus, or many other vehicles, the modern vehicles, will get stuck. Because of that, also we face a lot of problems. So how can we solve the problems of these traffic jams or the loose cargo? Here I would like to discuss a little bit detail. The cargo transportation has the same problem as with the passengers problem. You can see in the first image, there are a lot of vehicles have been queued on the road, which causes a lot of traffic jam and also the time consuming process to move the vehicles from one destination to another destination. For that, we have got the simplified and the clear transport alternative, which is actually called as a U-truck. U-truck actually mainly used for transporting the loose cargo. This can load and unload the material in 3 seconds, just like 1, 2, 3. The loading and unloading takes place. With the passenger transportation, we have the same problem like the loose cargo transportation or the cargo transportation. Like the long queues and the traffic jams and the time consuming, every roads are get blocked. Because of that, the air pollution, noise pollution, many other things takes place. Even for that, we have got the alternative vehicle from Unitsky String Technology that is actually used for hassle-free and the clean commute. This is called as a U-Wind. U-Wind actually used for rural areas. So in this vehicle, the two people can travel from one destination to another destination. There are a few more vehicles which can be used for urban and suburban areas, national and international places. We will discuss going forward. So now let's little more. We will deep dive into the transportation problems, especially when it comes to the logistics. You can see in the first image, a port has been built very beautifully, but because of the containers, the port looks so messy, and the containers cannot move on their own from one destination to another destination. We need extra machineries to move them. Still, we won't be able to reach we won't be able to receive the products on time with a lesser price, because sometimes the heavy waves, heavy winds, and the ships doesn't arrive on time. For that, we have got one more alternative vehicle, which called as a U-Pond for the smooth flow shipments. If you see in the both the sides, the two vehicles have been placed in between. There is a container. These vehicle have created in such a like unimaginable condition. We all know when the pandemic was arrived. So at that time, this U-Pond vehicle took place, or I would say the U-Pond was born. So this U-Pond vehicle can transport 20 feet to 40 feet containers from one destination to another destination, like within the country and country to country. So now let's discuss the existing solutions are really effective. These are the existing solutions which we have in the current some different countries, and some are already in the work, like uh, this one. Sorry, I forgot the name of this vehicle. The Virgin company has created this one. This actually runs inside the earth, under the ground, but the safety is not that great. Now let's discuss this one, the port which was facing the problem since 12 years. This is the Antwerp's, one of the fourth largest port. This is this port is located in Antwerp, Belgium. So this is Miss Cat Jacobs' homeland as well, the Belgium. Here, one of my good friend, Mr. Ambassador Christian, and also my mentor and my upline manager, Miss Cat Jacobs, they had been to this Belgium place, to this Antwerp port, to know what are the problems they are facing, or they had visited there so that the technology can be implemented there or not. How can be helpful for that? Along with them, there is one more employee was accompanied from Unitsky String Technology itself. They all went there and they started discussing what are the problems they were facing. They started discussing the issues like the heavy waves, winds, and because of the wind and the weather condition, the metals getting rusted, many other things. The ships doesn't arrive on time. So when they ask, since how many years you guys are facing this problem, they escalated. We are facing this problem since 12 years. It's not a joke, guys. Since 12 years. And Mr. Anatoly is a close employee. He took this concern to Mr. Anatoly itself, and he told, "Okay, this port is facing this such a big problem. So, is there any solution that we can come up and we can help? We can build any good vehicle for this?" So, Mr. Anatoly said, "No, as of now, we really don't have time. So now let's focus on the passenger vehicles itself." So now let's discuss, what does USky offer. USky offers very simplified solutions for cargo and passenger transportation. So how? Now let's know about it. So the vehicles, what you see here, these all the vehicles being built within 5 to 6 years of time frame. Just imagine, it's like awesome job. So many vehicles being built and so nicely, so amazingly, and looking so beautiful. So everything is all put together. These vehicles is like 16 to 17 vehicles are available, and all these vehicles were created within 5 to 6 years of time. The reason behind is, when these vehicles were created in 2019, when the pandemic was arrived, so Belarus, our factory unit was not closed, and there was a permission to continue the work. So the first vehicle was built, that was built Unibike. You can see in this one, the second picture, Unibike. It was built for 2 passengers, and they were really, Mr. Anatoly had no plan to focus on the cargo. So then slowly and gradually, then how the requirements came along, he started building it. Then UCar, Unicar, the U4 430, then the next version 430 TS, then Unibus 1, 2, 3 different versions. Unibus again 3 different versions. Then came up with a high speed Unimobile or Uniflash, or we call it as a U-Flash. Then there was a U-Truck. Then we have a U-Trans. Then the Yukon. The Yukon's story is very beautiful. I'll explain how this took birth, the Unitsky String Technology. This is U-Bike, and there is some few details. You can read it later on. And this is U-Bus. There is also feature details in the descriptions. You can read it once you get a time. Here is a U-Bike and the U-Bus, the vehicles, which is actually hanging from the track structure. These vehicles are located in real life. These are the real picture, and these are available in real life in Belarus, Marina Gorka Eco Technopark. So that was our first Eco Technopark, the testing center. These images are not absolutely fake. These pictures are real. And this is UCar tropical version. I'll slightly would like to describe about this vehicle, because this vehicle has a special and unique features. These vehicle been built for special conditions, like in the humid weather, like 40 and above, or 50 and above humid weather, like say like the Arabian Peninsula areas. Then the same time, the cold weathers, like you can take it as a Turkey, Russia, and many other the cold weather countries. No matter how the condition of the weather outside, the inside the cabin, you will feel only the nominal temperature weather. Say, for example, you are sitting in a room and the room temperature is 23 to 24 room temperature. So that's how beautiful weather will be inside the cabin. So that is why this is called as a UCOR tropical version. So this is once again the picture of the UCOR tropical version, which is actually hanging from the structure. These pictures took in UAE Sharjah. That is our second testing center. This is U-Truck. I have already explained about these details and the features and how it works. And these are the real pictures hanging from the structure, track structure in Marina Gorka Eco Technopark, Belarus. Now let's discuss about the U-Trans. U-Trans also has a very special features, but this vehicle, this track structure holds the belt, which will carry the raw material of any industry or any mining areas, so that along with it can be combined a U-Truck. U-Truck can carry, the loading can load and upload within 3 seconds. So both of these vehicles can combine and work together in the industrial areas, especially the mining areas. So this is how the U-Trans will help you, and U-Truck will work together. So this is how the belt will run through with carrying the raw material. At certain point, it drops the material, because the belt will run horizontal, and the raw material, once they find the cabin, the perfect location, it just tilts slightly, and all the raw materials will fall into it. And this is U-Wind. You can see here, U-Wind vehicle is actually hanging from the track structure. Now, the detail about this slide and the image, here what you see, like a helicopter vehicle. This is absolutely not a helicopter. This is a drone specially designed and created to carry the anchors of this track structure. You can see the A kind of anchor here, to lift this anchor from one place or one destination to another destination, so that the vehicles can be built easily. And it's a very less time consuming process to lift the anchors and place it to the destination. The best part of this vehicle, it can carry up to 1 ton of the heavy weight. You can see inside there is no place to sit for a pilot, and there is no the flying stick. And now let's discuss about the U-Flash. U-Flash is one of my favorite vehicle, and also I believe most of the contributors, partners, and co-owners is very much favorite vehicle. U-Flash can carry up to 6 people from national to international, domestic and international, both the destinations. And this runs up to 500 and 600 miles per hour. So that's how speed this vehicle runs. And here comes Miss Cat Jacobs and Mr. Ambassador Christian once again. There's a beautiful story behind it, how it got unveiled at the at the exhibition of Trans in Berlin. In Berlin, this exhibition takes place once in a couple of years, and every 2 years this exhibition happens. And in this exhibition, highly qualified engineers and the enthusiasts of technology, the new technology, the futuristic technology, people only visits here. The day it was brought to the exhibition, it was covered with a white shiny cloth, like the velvet cloth, and it was covered fully until the evening. The day was passed, and the people were just coming and looking around. They were really unaware what is inside or what is behind this cloth. So the moment the vehicle got unveiled, the people gathered like anything. They were so curious, so enthusiastic to know about this vehicle and how this vehicle works. Many others they flooded with a lot of questions. And Miss Katzikas and Mr. Ambassador Christian, while controlling this crowd, they forgot to have their meals properly, and it took 2 to 3 days for them to control the crowd. And until unless 2 to 3 days, the people were at the flooding to sit inside this vehicle, to have experience, to feel the environment, and to feel the vibe of the futuristic transportation. Just the way Mr. Ambassador Christian and Ms. Cat Jacobs are sitting inside and taking the picture with a beautiful smile. And now let's discuss about the Yukon. Yukon I have already discussed. It's a two vehicles. It's a two-headed vehicle. It can carry up to 20 feet to 40 feet container from one destination to another destination. It can be built like domestic or the international platform level. And the specialty of this Yukon vehicle can run up to 120 miles per hour. So imagine the speed and the time delivery. The time consumed is very less, and the products and the things can be reached to us in very nominal time and the price. And how this Yukon was born, let me discuss deep dive into this a little bit. This Yukon was took place or took birth in the period of Corona, like pandemic. That time, as I said earlier, the Belarus and our manufacturing unit was not closed. And Mr. Anatoly had the time to think and the design to build. So he came up with the passenger, this design, the Yukon. Also, this gave the next level transportation system to the questions and the problems what the Antwerp port was facing. So that's how the Yukon came into birth. So this is again one of the beautiful picture, Yukon's picture. You can see it is hanging from the suspended structure in Sharjah, UAE. That is our second testing center. And another picture you can see there are no like the container or the caps are completely covered this vehicle. It was took the test run to see the how mechanism works and how can we improve, how can we contribute more to it so that the vehicle can perform in a much better manner. And the third picture you can see Mr. Anatoly's son. Sorry. And the third picture you can see Mr. Anatoly's son and the employees of here, the workers, standing right below the Yukon and the Yukar tropical version. And something is written on the container which needs to be observed very carefully. Transport net cost from $1 per 100 ton kilometer, which means if we want to transport 100 tons of weight for 1 kilometer, it will cost us only $1. Imagine in India, $1 is hardly 82 rupees as of now. So even in the future, after a couple of years or few years, even if the dollar reaches to 100 rupees, still it is giveaway price to transport 100 tons of weight for 1 kilometer. I clearly remember, and I really sometimes if I see this the statement, I'll be very shocked because in Delhi, if you want to carry even the 10 kg of the weight from one destination to another destination, even if it is 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers, the transport guy will charge you more than 100 rupees. So that's for sure. Just imagine how much money we can save and how much time we can save by bringing this technology in India. So this is Ulite once again. This is vehicle is awesome. Just recently, I just saw the video of this vehicle. It's amazing and beautiful, and there is a beautiful reason and the story behind this vehicle. So I'll explain it slightly in the next slides slowly. You can see the port here. It's so amazing, especially if you see the water. It looks so clean and neat because there is no pollution, no waste is floating on the water. Just because adapting this technology and this kind of ports, it's really amazing for our future progeny and even our future. And this is the next part of the port, how it looks. It looks so sleek and so neat and clean design. The boats are standing right next to the ports with a neat and clean. Loading and unloading process will take place without any messing the containers on the port. The linearity in unity with nature, you can see here how this technology can adapt the modern building or the infrastructure, and how easily these vehicle can get through the buildings with the suspended track structures. Now let's discuss how does the USAID technology work. So far we know how many vehicles we have, how this technology works, and where are the on which are the terrains we can be built, and what are the places and how the vehicles got birth. Now the reason behind this technology is going to be explored. Guys, you can see a small piece of the structure has been created by the 2D image just to give you guys the more clarity and more detail about it. You can see this, the metal black structure looks like empty. And inside this empty metal track structure, the metal box, you can see there is a material, looks like the sand. It is absolutely not a normal sand. It is called as a flexible concrete, and this and the engineering terminology is a filler. The reason behind this, the special kind of a flexible concrete, it is actually designed by Mr. Anatoly Unitsky itself. The reason behind this flexible concrete, it absorbs the sound and keeps the track, the flexible track steady. And on the top of this flexible concrete, you can see there are some white flowers have been designed. It is not a normal white flowers or any other material. So this is actually the metal strings which holds the track structure from within inside by placing on the flexible concrete to give more strength to the track structure. Since it is a quite flexible also, it can slightly wavy. And the track structure, on the top of the track structure, you can see the special metal, the gray color cap. This is called as a special metal cap. Even this, the rail head, top of the rail head, this special metal cap also been built or created by Mr. Anatoly Unitsky. So that is how the entire technology works. And the two different, the main reasons, the the special metal caps is very smooth and very like avoids the friction, and the flexible concrete absorbs the sound. These two things works together very nicely and make sure the vehicle runs through as fast as possible, especially whatever the speed have been assigned for that, like 150 to 50 kilometers, sorry, 100 to 150 kilometers, and like U flash 500 to 6 kilometers speed per hour. And you can see the white and the blue pipe is being placed under the inside the track, and below the flexible concrete, sorry, below the flexible concrete. The reason behind is to use some electricity wires or the internet connectivity. So that is why this technology is being so famous, and that is why we should adopt this technology. So now let's discuss how useful the track structure, how safe the track structure is. It's a 5 times smoother, as I've explained. The special metal caps makes the vehicle to run as fast as possible. like 100 to 600 kilometers per hour. And it's a 3 times stronger. The reason inside there is a string and the flexible concrete. And this track structure can be built on any terrain. Here we have shown in the image like A is a one anchor, B is another anchor, and between this you can see there is a water, sand, or mountain, or any hill area, or any forest area. You can consider whatever the place you can just imagine. We just need a little bit of space to place our anchors and connect the structure and run the vehicle. Now let's discuss how many track structures we have and how it works and which are the track used for which are the vehicles. We have a three variants string rails. The first one is a semi-rigid. Sorry, I don't know. I'm feeling sleepy. And the second is a rigid, and the third is a flexible. The first track structure is actually used for urban and suburban areas, which will carry U-bus and the unicars. The second track structures will be used for U-Flash and the Unibus and the U-cars, because the U-Flash runs 500 to 600 kilometers miles per 500 to 600 miles per hour, and at the same time that runs domestic and international port. And the third track structure is a flexible track structure. As I've already explained, all the tracks will have the flexible concrete and the springs and the special metal cap. But the the track structure is a suspended track structure. In this one, the two anchors, between the space is between 2 to 5 kilometers. The reason this vehicle, like U-Wing, this will run through in the rural areas. In the rural areas, we'll have a less infrastructures and the less the high-rise buildings, skyscrapers and everything. So for that reason, we consider the space between 2 to 5 kilometers. That is how it is slightly flexible track. So friends, now let's discuss Unitsky engine. So this is how the real track structure looks like, what we have seen in the 2D image. And this is how the wheel looks like, which is actually covered with a special metal cap. Track structure and the wheel both are covered with a special metal cap so that it can run smoothly and with the consistent speed, and it avoids the friction between the track and the wheel. And also this engine runs on the friendly environmental like natural gas, methane, hydrogen, etc. fuels. Now let's discuss the strings transport advantages. Here the aerodynamic plays a pivotal role, because these three vehicles are very important to know how the aerodynamics works. As we all know, the fastest car in the world as of now is a Formula One car, and the aerodynamics actually describes by the CX. And being a science student, I know a little bit about the CX and how it works. And I believe most of you guys belongs to the science field also. Definitely you guys will be much aware how the CX will work. So now let's get into the technology, how it works. So what pivotal role has played into our vehicles, the Unitsky String Technology vehicles. Formula One car runs as fast as possible, but still somewhere between the car stomach and the road, the air get trapped. To leave that air behind and to run faster, it needs extra energy and extra fuel. Still, it got CX 0.2 ranking. Same with the wagon car, or you can call it as a family car. This has got CX 0.4 ranking because of the air get traps beneath the car and the road, and to push the air behind and move forward. But still, one or the other way, the track pulls both the car, Formula One car and the family car, then it leaves by taking the extra energy and extra fuel. But when it comes to the U-Flash doesn't need any extra energy or any extra fuel. The reason behind is there are multiple reasons, but still I would like to highlight only the three main reasons. The first one is actually the vehicle has the two sharp edges, and the second reason is actually vehicle has been placed above the ground, which is almost like 15 to 20 meters above the ground. And the third reason is by having the sharp edges, the vehicle also has a smooth head and the smooth stomach design. Even if the air comes like 100 or 115 miles per hour from the front, the air can easily pass through over the head and the stomach because the vehicle is not on the ground, it is already above the ground. So the air will not have any disturbance to pass through the vehicle. Now, guys, let's discuss aerodynamics, another pivotal role, how it has impacted on the environment, especially. The first one, you can see the U-bus. This will carry up to 14 people inside the cabin, and it runs 100 to 150 kilometers per hour. And the U-flash will run 500 kilometers per hour by carrying the 6 people, and it runs domestic and international places. By adopting this aerodynamics pivotal role, this vehicle saves 880 tons of fuel each year. So imagine in India itself, the fuel per liter we are paying like 100 rupees. So how efficiently this vehicle saves our money, and that money can be used for some other purpose. Now let's discuss the parameters and how many parameters we have surpassed it. The first parameter we have surpassed is the capital cost. The capital cost is very nominal, as I have discussed. We just need a little bit of space to place the anchors. And the operating cost is also very nominal because the maintenance is very easy. And the energy consumption is comparatively the other vehicles is like zero. I would say it's a zero. But when it comes to capacity, by using the low cost capital and operating cost is very less, then the energy consumption is also very low. And the capacity wise, it carries almost like 10 million people in one day from one destination to another destination. So that's how efficient these vehicles are. And the environmental pollution is absolutely no. From my personal point of view, it is absolutely no, but still it shows as a less. And the transport rate accident, I really feel like laughing. I don't know how, like, he has to be a completely gone mad to climb the 15 to 18 meter track structure. Then he walks to kill himself or by jump from the track. It's a very stupidity, even if somebody tries to attempt that. So that is how in all these parameters we have surpassed it. Now, guys, let's see how this impact our economy and speed. If you see here, the plane, the truck, the train, and the ship, all the four major categories have been showed here in this image. But U-Sky is shown in the green in the middle of the plane and the truck. The reason is the delivery cost is very, very low, as I've already been discussed this one. The delivery cost is very low and the delivery time is also very low. By adapting delivery cost and the delivery time, the things will reach to the customer's door, delivery door in a very less time and for very less price. Even in that way also we can save a lot of money. Now let's discuss why we are 10 times cheaper. You can see along with the Unitsky String Transport, there are three different vehicles: monorail, magnet levitation, hyperloop. Thank God all these vehicles are friendly, but we are one step ahead, very high safety, adaptability. We really don't need any flat grounds. We just need a limited space to place our anchors, then start building the track structure. The rest of all the vehicles, all the transportation system needs a flat ground, magnet levitation or hyperloop. By giving them the flat grounds, we have to cover up so many like the lakes. We have to flatten them, and we have to cut down so many mountains, and we have to chop down so many trees. Guys, imagine the benefits of this technology by adopting it. We really does not require like so many pillars and so many what do you call it, to flatten the ground, to remove the people's property, to destroy the people's property, anything. There's absolutely zero chances for all these things. Speed up to 600 kilometers, we can run our vehicle, that is U-Flash. Few months back, the cost was $3 to $8 million to build the track structure from 1 kilometer to another kilometer. But now the cost per kilometer is 8 to 15 kilometers per hour. That's it. The reason behind is a few months back, the raw material was very cheaper. Now the raw material have reached sky high. That is the only reason. Now let's know the author of the technology, who created this technology, and how beautifully and how many years he has given the time for this technology. Dr. Anatoly, please welcome Dr. Anatoly Unitsky String. He is the head of 2 United Nations organization projects and the author of more than 150 inventions, 20 monographs, and 20 scientific papers. The third one is he's the chairman of the board of directors of the International Skyway Group of Companies. So guys, imagine, before moving further, I would like to pose 2-3 questions to you guys. If you guys have done any of this achievement, kindly bring us to us. We will escalate it to the people. If you guys have not achieved anything like 150 one invention, one book, or one scientific paper, just imagine, why would not want you to support this technology? Why would not want you to promote this technology when this technology has so many benefits? And you can see here, General Director Nadizha Kosareva. She says, our mission is to establish widespread use of UST transport and infrastructure complexes that will significantly reduce the negative negative impact and negative impact of transportation and its infrastructure on people and the environment, both on a regional and global level. So that's how we think we care about everyone, and we really want you guys to contribute and be a part of it and feel proud about it. So there is another feather cap in our in the name of Unitsky String Technology. Here in the 2018, the Belarus company recognized the best management of the company, and in 2015 standard and 2018 we got awarded. And she's such a beautiful lady. One Unitsky String Technology, Anatoly Unitsky told, "Hey, I really want to give up the technology. I'm not interested." She took the project in the hand and she started focusing on the company's management, and so that Mr. Anatoly Unitsky can focus on the technology. And today I'm able to explain this technology to you guys. Such a bigger level, bigger platform. The Unitsky String Technology has been raised. Now let's discuss about some patent certificates and exhibitions. These are the certificates and the patents. We have 130 patents worldwide from China to Australia. And this is the first image of the Anatoly Unitsky and the initial designs of the cutouts of the news articles. You can see the Anatoly Unitsky standing right below the track structure of the real track, and top of that, the car is moving. So this was the initial design and the experiments which Anatoly Unitsky took place. Now he's focusing about another project that is called as a Sky Space. Sky Space is also one of the beautiful technology, and Mr. Anatoly really wants to take this technology from one place to a next level place, which is space. So that is why this project name has been kept as a Sky Space. So now let's discuss about some of the exhibitions from Singapore to Berlin, international exhibition from Singapore to Berlin. You can see here how the crowd is actually gathering to look around, to see around in the first image. And the second image, in the second image, the vehicle have been kept U-Flash for the display. Whoever comes or whoever wants to visit, they can go and visit in Eco Technopark, Marina Gorga. Marina Gorga. Now let's discuss about the production and the results. This is getting out some more. UST development and journey of its final stage. We started in 2014 and we are in the final stage now. That is 15 in 2023. We have a very small, a very less time for the sub stages like 15.1, 15.2, 15.3. In 2014, it was actually completely empty and the barren land. In 2014, 2016, all these years started working slowly and gradually, and finally, in 2022, this is how the track structures looks like. So, guys, sorry. So, all of you are, if you are interested and if you want to contribute something or another to this technology, kindly contact us or go to our website info@unitsky.com and find out the reason behind it to support the technology. To support the technology. In the first image, you can see there are multiple engineers working on the technology to improvise to better the vehicle. And these engineers are highly qualified. And you can see the second image, Mr. Anatoly Unitsky and their employees are accompanying him in the Eco Technopark Mariana Gorka. So these are the vehicles are really hanging from the structure. These are not just an image. These are real pictures. And the third picture you can see here, this is the head office of the Unitsky String Technology that is located in the Belarusian company. And we have a 50 plus labs to test every single product of Unitsky String Technology. So this is U-Sky factory. I have already discussed about it in the U-Count slide, but still I would like to discuss a little bit further here. This is U-Sky factory. In the factory, you can see all the highly qualified engineers. They are standing and working nicely along with Anatoly Unitsky. And the second image is U-Bus is actually being built or being serviced for the better performance by our highly qualified engineers. And the third image you can see here, the factory aerial view shot in this factory. Sorry, on this factory or the factory. Factory and the office, the head office. There's a one good reason to contribute to this technology and to this company is these buildings like the factory or I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to my throat. So this factory and the head office, there's absolutely no credit or any bank loan. This is completely company property, company owned property. So this is our Eco Technopark, which is located in Mariana Gorka. As I've been explaining since the beginning of this info session, this was a barren land and the wasteland. In this land, the Russian army used to drill every day. So when Mr. Anatoly Unitsky went to look out for this land, he decided this is the place I want so that people can realize how the barren and the wasteland it was. Now so beautifully been built, beautifully maintained in the design. And you can see the greenery, how beautifully it has been grown. And there's a small ponds and you can see there is actually fruits and the vegetables park is also available. This is to show if we adapt this technology, the people can easily live a fresh, they easily can breathe the fresh air and the ponds can be easily built and created. So the environment looks nice and very clean and neat. You can see these whites, this thing, threads kind of a thing. This is the track structures. And the eco house here, the eco house is showing actually even if the next to the track structure or the track itself, it will absolutely not create any kind of a disturbance. And here you can see the USK Innovation Center in Sharjah, UAE. This is our second testing center or testing park, you can say. This is being created for the Asian people because most of the Asian peoples won't be able to travel to the Europe like the Belarus to experience. For that, you need to have the pre-appointment if you want to visit or if you want to look around, if you want to feel the good the vibes of the vehicle and the design, the comfort. Kindly call up or fix the pre-appointment because this is my personal suggestion. If you go there randomly just by walking as a walking, so the employees might not recognize, they might give a false information or they might reject you or they will not entertain you. But if you have the pre-appointment book, they will give you the full detail and the full attention. In that way, your money and the time will not be wasted and the company image and the reputation also will not be harmed. So this is Yuska Innovation Center in the UAE, Sharjah. This is how the vehicle runs on the track structure and this is how the operators look for it. I mean, they operate it. And this is Yuska Innovation Center in the UAE. Once again, it's Eco House and it's within the Eco House. The Vietnamese delegation had visited and they experienced how it looks. You can see the greenery, it's actually covering this Eco House and the rest of the place is completely empty and the barren land, like the wasteland. In this one, the Uterra soil has been used to create this greenery in this Eco House. The reason to create this Uterra soil elixir, Mr. Anatoly Unitsky believes the earth, the place what it holds, comparatively that radius, even if the 10% of the world's earth can be utilized by Uterra soil elixir, the dead soil and the dead sand can be revitalized and can be bring back to the life, like this greenery house. So that is what he is aiming for right now, and also the Uterra is in a huge demand as of nowadays. So let's discuss now the world news. So who all are had discussed about us, let's know about them. The Belarusian Chamber of Commerce and Industry (BICCI) has recognized Unitsky String Technologies Inc. as a reliable and bona fide partner for business activities in Belarus and abroad. So this was a proud moment when I had joined this project. When I started reading about this, I really felt good. And this was a proud moment for me as well. You can see Unitsky String Technology has achieved the self-sufficiency in 2022 audit opinion, which means whatever the contribution has been given to the Unitsky String Technology through the uh, Skyward community crowdfunding platform, every single penny or every single rupee has been used to build this technology so beautifully. And today we are standing here. And you can see there's another auditing took place in December 2023. There's a few details have been given. And this is a Skyward community new capital. The domain is going to change very soon. So this was an update. I thought I should give it to you guys. And we have released the new version of the Skyward Community mobile app. If somebody wants to download this app, they'll get a huge discount, like 1:75. On one particular share, you will get 75 discount on the SWC mobile promotion. This is again the community, the details of this phone. And you can see the recently what we have updated or upgraded our mobile app. Now it is available on the App Store, Google Play Store, and the App Gallery. So this is an amazing news. And here are few details how you can work with it. This is again SWC mobile promotion reason. Release of update. You can see here, launching SWC mobile promotion for release of updated SWC group. There's a few details you can read up. You can read it later. And this was once again, the forum had been organized to discuss how this Unitsky String technology in the various fields and the mines can be a helpful vehicle or the transportation in Russia itself. and there's a few detail about it. And you can see how this the vehicle, the World 2051 looks like, and the the World 2051 portal. And there's a little bit of detail. So here comes the U-Light, what I had discussed in the previous on the Mr. Dalai Lama's request. U-Light had been built. So this design took place. There's a reason behind it. There's a beautiful story behind it. When the U-Light was not created, Mr. Anatoly Unitsky had visited the Tibet, that is Tibet, and there the pious, the religious guru, the religious master, Mr. Dalai Lama, he escalated his concern regarding this help, because he said when the devotees comes to their monasteries, they damage the environment and at the same time the wild animals. And there was a reverse concern also. When the devotees will travel to the monasteries, most of the dangerous animals could attack the humans. So when Mr. Anatoly Unitsky went back, he sat down, he imagined, okay, what kind of a vehicle can I build for this? So he has built this. Now it is already built and transported to Sharjah, UAE. Sorry, it is going to be transported to Sharjah, UAE. Now this vehicle is taking the test in Marina Gorka Eco Technopark itself. So this is how the vehicle looks. You can look in the close image and few details about it. How the first offline presentation in the Ecuador capital took place. So this is the first, sorry. So this is the first image which was actually held offline meeting by one of the leaders in Ecuador. So guys, now let's discuss the 7th Smart Cities India Expo 2023 in the March 23rd to 25th took place. I myself was present at that moment. It was held for 3 days in India, capital Delhi in Pragati Maidan. It was awesome experience. I really got to meet so many beautiful people and the different culture people. In this exhibition, in fact, the people had even traveled from the Nepal and at most even the remote and the main central cities people, because they were really curious. They really wanted to know whether this technology exists or not. They had so many questions and they had so many answers too, because even it was the first experience for me to meet such a beautiful people, and especially my Indian brothers and sisters. They told me like the details since 2014, how they got into this project and how they have benefited and how it has really helped their small family by financial help, helping by finance. So this was another proud moment to me, because since couple of years I have been working on this project behind the scenes. So finally, a few government officials have been visited to the Sharjah to experience this vehicle, and hopefully this technology will come to India as early as possible. And these government officials was traveled from Kerala, Ministry of Tourism. And here the students are true builders and users of Unitsky transport. This was the biggest delegation which actually traveled from India, almost like 95 students in Dubai to experience this vehicle. And they had arrived from Pune, Lavasa. And they promised to contribute few extra support in the near future. This is again one more exhibition took place actually in Dubai, InnoTrans 2022. So here is the World News Mass Media about us, Tech Insider, Office Life, Forbes, CNN, and Business Now. And you can see there are big logistic companies are placed here. In these big logistic big companies, even our logo has been placed, because the reason we have already been recognized as one of the safest and the fastest and the beautiful technology for the near future. And in this, we have shown the 150 international delegations have been visited the Unitsky Center in Belarus since 2014. Now let's discuss about the local projects. So this is the local project which will be taking place in Dubai in 4 different destinations. And here is the blueprint by giving the image. So now let's discuss how can we contribute to the project. So what are the things we require to contribute to this project, and how can we be associated with it? So here is the reason. First, you need to register yourself in the Skyward community and get to know the Unitsky String Technology. Then the later you will get this platform. This is called as Smart World Community. On this platform, you will get a lot of courses which will benefit you in the future. And at the same time, if there is any projects will come up, you will get the news and updates. So all you have to do is just go to the given link. If you're watching or listening, please open up your mobile and click the link, copy paste and paste the link. You will get the right amount of the details. So how you can contribute and how you can become the FWC educational platform. So these are some details. This is how the interface looks like. And here is to contribute to the project for your own benefit. If you contribute to this project, you will have multiple benefits for yourself and your uh, family. This is how the video looks. SWC current ideology. So now let me repeat these the links what you see here. It was not the the same links. Now these links have been built and recreated by Mr. Anatoly Unitsky itself. If you want some real good information and how you can be a part of this partner program, how you can contribute, kindly click onto this given link, because if you click randomly on the Google, you have a lot of chances of losing of your personal back office. We suggest to have a 2-step authentication and open up this, then go to your SWC app. SWC app on iOS and Android. See here. So guys, before closing the presentation, let me just give a little bit detail from my end also, like personal request. This is a humble request. If you're not aware of Anatoly Unitsky, kindly go to this particular social media channel, know about him, study about him and his technology, his motive, what is he trying to give to the world and what he is trying to convey the message to the young generation or the futuristic transportation generation. Only then, my humble request is only then comment. Because if you're commenting something negative, your one negative comment can destroy millions of people's life, because most of the people have contributed their hard-earned money, their savings, and many other things. Just because of one negative comment, it will impact the millions of people's life. And you can find us here 4 different social media channels. And guys, this is Skyward community. 2 different groups. One for India, especially particularly, and the other one is for international platform, Skyward New Millionaires. So there is a good story behind this group also. As I've already explained, when the first time actually the UPLUS was displayed in France, at the time Mr. Ambassador Christian and Miss Kat Jacobs was present along with Mr. Anatoly, one of the close employee. So after the exhibition, they sat fully tired, and Mr. Anatoly is a close employee. He came and he said, we were not expecting such a beautiful response from the people, but it was really unbelievable experience and response what we have received. But the people who have contributed to this technology, they are already new millionaires and they are not aware of it. So at that time, Miss Kat Jacobs got an idea of why not to create in the name of Facebook page, like the Skyward New Millionaires for international platform, and for India, especially particularly Skyward Community India. The moment the Skyward New Millionaires group created, in a very short span of time, we have a 13,000 group members. Whereas we in India, we are Indians, 1.4 billion people, are only 800 plus people in the group. So that is really sometimes disappointing and shameful. Guys, kindly my humble request, come to the group, join the group. Even I am also the group admin. I will allow you the moment you want to get into this. But if you want to join the Skyworld New Millionaires the Facebook page, you will have a 2-3 entry question from Miss Cat Jacobs. You need to answer it. So after that, cross verifying Miss Cat Jacobs will allow you. So you can find here, you can find us for 5 social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Telegram, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Even on the LinkedIn, we are present. If you want to know more details of the registration details, like or any help, any assistance, kindly contact on the WhatsApp number. Miss Parul will help you for India. Whether it's Hindi or English, she will help you. And if you want to know more details about the technology or the registration process, kindly ask through the mail by using this india@skyway.capital. So through this email ID, Miss Cindy, Miss Sarah will help you out regarding the technology over the mail and the registration process. So do not hesitate to ask them or India number, even if possible, to me, so that I can help you out regarding the technology. So thank you very much for giving your precious time, guys. I really appreciate for bearing so much of patience, and it is not easy to be one and a half hour, but definitely it's a really beneficial for you and your future progeny, because this technology is going to stay for 100 years, and the 100 years you will have a passive income and the better life, better future. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please do let me know. Good night. Take care. Bye bye.